Hello, hello. Leslie Urbis here. I actually wasn't planning on going live this early, but decided to do it now. So here I am. First of all, if you're watching, hashtag live, hashtag replay. Today, I want to talk to you about why you're not losing weight. And contrary to what everybody's going to say, you're going to say, oh, I'm not losing weight because of my hormones, or because of my age, or because of fill in the blank. And I'm here to tell you that it's all BS. Those are the things that you tell yourself of why you can't get results. And the more you tell yourself, the more you believe it. It's also what you program with your body. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but neuroscience teaches us that we actually control a huge amount about what happens in our life, right? So you may have heard things before like it's in my DNA, right? Everybody in my family got cancer, so I'm probably going to get cancer. And while this 100% could be true that it is in your DNA, you actually still get a response to the answer, okay? So what I want you to think about when you talk to yourself, you give you the results. So when you say, I'm an emotional eater, I'm a stressed eater, weight loss is hard for me, I can never stick with something, or I must follow this plan to a T, I must count every calorie, I must portion control every little thing, what you're literally saying is like, this is the way and this is what has to happen. So if you were raised in a family where your mother or father said to you, oh, typically at this age, we gain weight. Or, oh, you know what? You'll have that metabolism when you're young, but when you get older, it's going to come back and bite you in the butt and you're going to gain all the weight, right? I can't wait for you to get to where I'm at, right? Just those small programmings 100% cause it to potentially become true because you've said to yourself, you've set yourself up to, this is what will happen. For a long time when I was in school, menopause was a huge topic, right? Perimenopause, menopause, and the things that women go through. For men, a lot of men will say in their late 30s, early 40s, they would start gaining weight. And they feel like there's nothing they can do about it, right? Everybody can tell me when I followed this diet or restricted this or counted this calorie or portion controlled said thing, I was able to lose weight and keep it off. I know what I need to do. Like once I start running, once I start working out, once I whatever, I get said results. Okay. But the problem with that is that you're only dedicated to it for a period of time. It's not actually something that's you. It's not in your identity. So let's think about something that is in your identity. When you were born a boy or a girl. And so your parents probably told you you were a boy or a girl. When you were born, your parents put you in some sort of religion, potentially, right? So I'm a Catholic. So I identify as a Catholic. So when somebody says, what religion are you? I'm a Catholic, okay? When somebody says, what nationality are you? I'm American. I'm from America, right? Like my husband and I are moving to Spain. So I will represent that. And I will like hold that. I'm an American. Like I'm not from Spain, not Spanish, right? But the thought process is that those things are so easy for you to rattle off. So your brain right now tells you you're a dieter. Your brain tells you you're overweight. Your brain tells you you're unhappy with your body. Your brain tells you you're fat. Your brain tells you those things. And because your brain tells you those things, you get more results like that, okay? You're telling yourself, you're programming yourself, and you're continuing to get the result. So when somebody comes to me, and in the past 2 weeks, I've heard everything. Like I did this diet and it worked and I probably just need to go back to that. Or, it's commitment sometimes that's hard, or it's I have to follow it to a T. When I get off of it any little bit, I'm in trouble. Okay, correct to all of those things, but that's because you're also reinforcing it. So there's 3 things that people always blame the fact that they're not losing weight on: hormones, age, or they have to remove something from their diet. Something has to change about their diet, right? So those are the 3 things that we typically are blaming. Oh, I know I'm eating too many calories. I'm eating too many of this. I'm eating too much of that. I don't count calories, okay? I don't portion control. I don't measure. I don't restrict. I enjoy every food that I want when I desire to want it. I weigh less today than I did when I was in high school. And I weigh about what I weighed in college, okay? I've had 2 kids, both by C-section, and my waist is smaller now than it was before I had kids. So I don't want you to think that you are locked into any of those things. It's just what we're telling ourselves. So what are the ways to get out of this? First way, take your food emotion code quiz, okay? And then join that challenge that I put in here, because we have to start rewriting this or you'll continue the saga. I can follow keto, but if I go off a little bit, I gain all this weight or whatever. My question for you is, any diet that you're currently doing, you're probably doing it because someone you know got really good results. If that person has not gotten really good results and kept it for 2 years, don't believe it. Don't believe it. Because that is the thing that is falling through. Keto, great results. One of my mentors actually told me about an article in People magazine that started in 2002. And it was an article of celebrities who've lost 50% of their body weight. Okay, so if you were 300, they went to 150, so on and so forth. And in 2002, there was quite a few people, and every year there is. But 2022, they decided to go back and see who still was there. Very few. Why? Because all of the restrictions and the crazy diets and things like that aren't there. The food emotion code that I teach is a luxury brand, okay? It is literally where you go to get the cream of the crop so you're not like everybody else cycling on those diets, okay? So the difference is, when people come to me and they're like, hey, Leslie, I really love what you're teaching, this food emotion code thing, and no one's ever told me that it's not actually my hormones, and nobody told me that in my 20s and 30s, all these fad diets actually broke my metabolism, so that's why in my 40s, I can't lose the 10 pounds I used to be able to lose, and in my 50s, it'll compound, and in my 60s, it'll compound. That's why. No one tells you these things. They tell you, take this diet, do this supplement, get this result. Because the wellness company and the health industry and the weight loss industry wants to make a ton of money, okay? But the thought process is your luxury, okay? If you go to the store and you want to buy a purse, right? You're not going to the store. You're not going to go to Goodwill to find a Dolce & Gabbana purse. I think they make purses. A Louis Vuitton purse, right? You're not going to head to the Goodwill to do that. You're going to look at a different brand. So if you literally want to lose weight, you're going to have to take yourself to a luxury brand. You're going to need the food emotion code. So the first step is you got to take the quiz, okay? Taking the quiz will help you to see where you're failing. And then the second part that you have to do is you have to jump on a call with me, because it is so programmed in us that we believe that if Sally lost 300 pounds on keto, I can lose 300 pounds on keto, right? But the thought process is you and Sally are two different people. You have two different hormones. You have two different levels of everything. So you are comparing an apple to an orange. I have 2 kids. It's trying to be like, they're supposed to be the same. No, they're not. They're not supposed to be the same. I'm a daughter, and I have 2 sisters. One's no longer with us, but we were never the same. We were born in the same exact house, and we have 3 totally different personalities. So what we need to process here is that we have to stop blaming our hormones. We have to stop blaming our age. We have to stop blaming the diet that we're on, because it's all a cop-out. It's legit a cop-out. It is literally you giving yourself an excuse of why I can't lose weight, okay? And pardon me for being blunt today, but this past 2 weeks, I've just kept hearing from all these people that are like, I want to do it, but this is my thing that's holding. It's like, then the truth is that you want to keep your story. The truth is that you want to keep saying, I'm just fat and overweight and I can't do anything because it's my age or my hormones or whatever it is. It's not. It literally isn't. That's not at all what it is. What it is that you're trying to drive a stick shift car when you aren't used to it. You know how to drive an automatic. So when we put on a diet, it's like a stick shift. Okay. It's like, okay, we got to get over to first. Okay, that's like the portion control and measure things and do things. Okay, got to shift down to second. I don't even remember where all of them are. Okay, I've learned how to drive stick shift maybe a few times, so I don't really know. My husband has always had stick shift cars, so it's pretty funny. I'm like, I can't drive this car. Anyways, total side note there. But that's what dieting is to people. It's okay, let me slide into this and go, and like, you know, it's like a bad stick shift kind of thing. So you have to process that you aren't meant to have a diet that was made for everybody else. You're luxury. You're worth it. Your body is everything, okay? You run a business, guess what? You're going to need your health. You're going to need your body. You're going to need your mind, okay? So what I really want to shift in this conversation here is 2 things. The first thing is that stop blaming everything else. The reason why you can't lose weight is because you're shopping at Goodwill to find an answer to a solution when you have a Rolls Royce for your body, okay? The second thing I really want you to understand with all of this is that no matter what you think and no matter what you really believe, no matter what you think, it comes down to what you believe. Okay. So no matter what I'm thinking, I think I can lose weight on this. If the bottom line is that you are a dieter, you're always going to have to diet. If the bottom line is that you know that your metabolism slows down because of age, you're going to set yourself up for that. So what the food emotion code does is it literally breaks this down. It allows you to drive the luxury car for life. It allows you to be that person in their 60s and 70s, literally enjoying all the expensive food and amazing places that you can go to and still have the Rolls Royce looking body. And that's what the food emotion code teaches you. Okay. So linked in this is actually a link to my free 7-day challenge, which is how music can help us to propel these things forward and get us faster results. Okay. So I'd love for you to jump in that challenge. If you haven't taken the food emotion code quiz, please comment below and just write quiz and I'll shoot you the link so you can take the quiz. And then the last thing is I've had a lot of people take the quiz, but very few people actually do a follow-up call. That call is not a sales call. That call is me talking to you about your results to yield you the results. Like, I want you to walk away with information to impact your life right there and then. I want you to know that from this breakthrough call, you will literally break through and see things about your diet that you've never seen before. Okay. So comment below for the quiz. Join me in that free challenge. And outside of that, I hope you guys have a fit and fabulous day. I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys. Oh, and if you watch this, #live, #replay. All right. See you now.